All right, good morning. We are here. Just getting everything pulled up. Got a lot to kind of set up this morning. Got to set up a new copy trader. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see here. Let's see what the news looks like. What do we have today for news? Pending home sales, 10 o'clock. Also got Fed Goolsby speaking at 10:40. A couple of bill auctions. Those aren't going to do anything. Kugler speaks at 2. Daily speaks at 4. I mean, not really much going on today, to be honest. Pending home sales, I don't even know that does anything at 10, right? May not. All right, let's get everything else pulled up here. And there we go. Let's pull up Twitter. Take a look and see what Mancini has to say. EMAC, good morning. Plan today, backtesting time. 59.45. 59.25 now supports. Bulls want to reclaim 70 here. Bulls want to reclaim 70 to push. It's basically what he's saying. Massive follow through in the long in ES and another failed breakdown paying. I posted 59.10 reclaim, which triggered 25.36.45, then 70. All targets have been hit. My job every day is to sit and wait for this. However long it takes, protect gains and leave a runner. So there you go. A few other people in here today, Mac, I guess, so far. Could just end up being me and you, though. You know how it goes. All right, so if you didn't see my video, we are going to be doing things a little differently. We're going back to one trade per day. So one trade per day on the funded accounts. Win, lose, or draw. We won't be taking more than one. And we have reduced our size. Size has been reduced down to 2 micros for our 5-minute breakout trade. 2 micros, 30-point stop, risking 120. We're going to be going 6 micros for the inversion plays with a 10-point stop static. 10-point take profit static with a runner left. Good morning, Pine Tree. Full port. And then we also are going to have an ES opportunity open as well. So I need to set those up. Need to open a chart for the ES. We will not be trading the NQ basically at all. Or the it'll be micros, obviously. So micro ES. And on the micro ES, it will be it'll be 5. So we're risking 5 points. Let's see. What is it? 5 points per, or $5 per tick. Is that right? For a micro on the ES, I think it's $5 per tick. So yeah, we'll be risking $25, $125. So 5. All right. So let's create one for the micro ES right quick. Custom. It'll be 5. And we'll go 25 ticks. Stop loss. Profit 25. Wait, 25 point. No, wait, 20 ticks, not 25. Yeah, 20 ticks is 5 points. All right, so 25 ticks. And then we will leave a runner. And just kind of see how far the runner can go. Let's save as a template. And let's put this our micro ES play. Okay. There we go. Now we got to set up the copier for the ES. Good morning, Timbo. Discipline Trader, good morning. So let's find, we're going to do away with the NQ copier. We don't need that anymore. We're not using the copier on the NQ anymore right now, at least for the immediate future. So we don't need that. So we'll go micro ES. 160 is the lead. We got 9, 11, take profit. And then, yeah. Okay. So that's the copy trader for the micro ES. If we do take an ES trade, we got that set up. Go ahead and do these copiers now because I don't want to forget about them later. And then take a trade and be like, oh, why didn't that copy? All right, here we go. 160 exact micros. Okay. Now we need our Nasdaq chart. That's the micro ES chart. All right. So now we need to set up 2 on here. Let's see if the 5-minute strat has been edited. It has. So the 5-minute strat one is correct. So I just have to, when I enter, I have to switch between these 2 strats. And we'll go with this one that says normal. We're going to edit that one. It's going to be 6 micros. 10 points, 10 points. And then, yeah, that's it. We'll do this one to an auto break even of 40. So at 40, this one will go auto break even plus 2 ticks. And that's it. Save as template. It's already normal. We'll just replace that one. So for an inversion play, we'll be on normal with 6 micros. On a 5-minute strategy, we'll be on 5-minute strat. I'll have to switch back and forth. So we'll keep it on normal. It was more likely to get an inverse play than we are a 5-minute play early on. Trades by Slade. Good morning. What up, Tom Sabo? Ready for the pool port? No. Celebrity Tom Sabo in the house. Predator, good morning. Rob, Timbo. I don't know if I missed you guys. What up, Tech T? Yeah, I am focused, Tom. I was setting up my copy trader. If you don't get those things right, you know how it is. you don't have that copy trader set up right, you end up screwing yourself up. So, let me look at my 5-minute chart here. Maxie, get off the bed. I slide the chair behind me over so that Max can look out the window while I stream. And he never gets on my bed. Never. He knows he's not allowed up there. And he gets up on the bed. Sold a micro for me this morning. Market flushed. Let's go. John King, morning. Today going to be another choppy day. I really don't know. I mean, it could be. It might not be. It's hard to know, right? All right, let's take a look at so we did close above that hourly yesterday and kind of pushed out of it. We tapped this level here. Oh man, that was such a good play there. I missed yesterday afternoon. All right, let's mark out some key levels here to the downside. Yeah, that's all we can really do. Kind of can, I mean, this 15-minute here, let's look at the hourly. Yeah, it's not really clean on the hourly either. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, it's better on the 4-hour. So if we can inverse this 4-hour, which would be 10 a.m., which I don't think we will. That's quite a ways down there, a couple hundred more points. We could, yeah, still looks very bullish to me. I don't know, looking bullish. I don't really try to make a case for the short, but I'm not sure. I think we're bullish. We're still waiting for the max cam. Yeah, I know it. You're not wrong, Timbo. I need to get that set up. The max cam. The max cam. He's chilling over there for now. What do we do overnight? Mm-hmm. 242 points. I mean, that's not unreasonable. All right, so after anybody who didn't see the review video from 2 days ago, we did kind of go on tilt. We lost $1,000 on each account. So I've changed up how I'm doing things. Yesterday, last night, I did take one trade for $87 on this pro account. And yesterday, I ended up $300 plus on my funded account. So I did get $300 of the $1,000 back. The idea is not to try to get it back overnight, right? You're not trying to get that back in one day, one play, anything like that. Just chip away at it. Maybe end up the week only down $400 or $500. That's the idea. So maybe, maybe get 100 back today, 100 tomorrow. Call it good. That sort of thing. We only have somewhere between $500 and $800, depending upon what account you look at, in drawdown left. So there's a very decent chance that we blow these funded accounts, especially if we allow ourselves to have another day like we had earlier in the week, which I'm going to try our best not to do. Okay? And try our best not to do that. Try to have a maximum loss limit of $240 a day. Maximum. And realistically, really, it should be $120, right? Try to just go with one trade and go from there. Full-time trading, good morning. Let's go. You Demand Gold Chest Club, appreciate you. Did Apex extend their sale? I don't think so. I need to change that probably. Let me see. I just, actually, yeah, they did. They did extend their sale. So 90% off on APEX for another 3 days and 14 hours. So load them up in full port. Yeah, I might do that actually. I might do that. But, you know, I'm trying to wait to get a clear, you know, feel a little better about my training. Even if I do that, I won't activate them right away. Let's see here. I gotta pay a bill right quick. A pretty important bill. It's called the power bill. And we're pushing up here. The power bill. I forgot it's due on like the 23rd. Today's like the 28th. I completely forgot to pay it. Used to have it set up on auto pay, but it wait, is it due yet? Oh yeah, it's due. Okay. Yeah, it used to be set up on the auto pay, but the card that it was set up on expired. You know, too lazy. It's too lazy to get back on there and fix it. So let's do that now. Be in the middle of the stream, power just shuts off. That'd be funny, huh? Tomorrow, Red Folder News. That's what they extended. They're not stupid. Yeah, for sure. I mean, no doubt about that, right? $42K payout. Let's go. I guess so. You're saying it renews now 80%. I guess that's not bad. It's definitely better than 50. Okay, let's see. Why are they making me? They're making me like add. Okay, I'm trying to set up this auto pay. We're kind of ranging right here. I mean, I expect maybe a push down and open. You know, it's kind of what we've been getting lately. We'll see if that continues to be kind of the norm there. All right. The bill has been paid. Auto pay has been successfully set up. All right. 925 candle right here coming up. 1 minute. Let's kind of see what happens. No real news. Fish lips, they can sit as long as you need them to. You just need to sign the form on Apex. Just know that they will renew. Good morning. Moaning, Mad Moxie. Moaning. Good morning. So I've had, 4 past Bulenoxes that have been sitting for like a week. And I've had 4 past apexes that have been sitting for a little over a week. Just understand that that will, you know, they will renew if you don't activate them. There's that 925 candle ripping us lower here. Where is, okay, 9657. So we'll kind of see what happens here at open. I might pick up some more Apex accounts. Oh, let me look at one more thing before we open. Bulenox will not rebill you. I don't know, Mad Moxie. I got rebilled the other day. Yeah, no worries, Sniper. We appreciate you. Oversizing, overtrading, and that's it. Oh, yeah, for sure, Black Beauty. Like, it's one of those things. How's it going, Dylan? It's one of those things where, you know, I sat here for 2 hours the other day, and then I lost $1,000 in, what, 10 minutes? Just not, it's not being smart. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Just not being smart. So a little pullback here. I don't know that I like to take this. Did we run this wick up here? I guess we did. What happened at 8:05 this morning? Pretty big rejection off that 50 at 8:05. You've passed once for months, no rebill. Oh, okay, well maybe I'll do that. How long can you sit on a Bulenox? Donovan, I mean, as far as I know, there's no time limit. What happens is they will put it in pending status, and it'll just be sitting there, and you'll have to send them a help ticket and say, hey, I need an invoice for my past eval, and they will they'll send you the invoice to activate it. Now I'm going to activate mines over the weekend. I'm going to activate mine over the weekend. So exactly, Mad Moxie. That's a good point. So yes, Take Profit Pro is intraday trailing on the funded account. I did hit yesterday on the news for $1,000 on my Take Profit Pro. And the thing is, I don't even know what my trailing is. I need to look because I hit for 1,000 on that account. And it was with 5 minis. And it was up 30 points. And it only took 10. So I was like, man, I hope it didn't kill my drawdown. I really didn't even look. So, yeah, exactly, Sniper. You got to be able to walk away, right? That's the thing. You got to be able to just say, hey, I took that loss. Let me walk away. And that's one of the things I have been unable to do lately. And it's cost me dearly on my funded accounts. If I simply had the ability to walk away, we'd be in a much better position. So, you know, that's kind of the annoying thing. I usually take the trade. I'll just take back-to-back trades. Yeah, no worries, Donovan. We did finally get our All-Star Tournament data. So we are going to be, we've got 1 minute here. But June 10th is our All-Star Tournament. That's our first game. We drew Habersham. We played them. We did play them during the regular season. We were 3-0 against them. So I assume we should be able to take them down. So, yeah, for sure, Tech T. For sure. And we know that. It's just, but even though you know that, sometimes you still don't do it, right? It's kind of the annoying part of trading. Now, there actually is an interesting looking setup. Maybe, well, the problem is where the trauma is. 5-minute trauma is not where this setup would be any good. Yeah. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Thousands of strats techniques to make money in the market. Yes. I agree 100%. Pulling back, 650s. Pulling back here, pushing below the trauma, 657 is the trauma. Of course, room. We always want the channel to grow. Let's see here. Do we hold below the 650s? Yes, approaching that 945 level there. So let's kind of wait and see. If we retest the 50-55 area, I think that's a decent short. You're going to kind of have your first presented gap here as well. Without running through here, but it looks like it's just going to run it. See if it runs down here through. Andy is here. Let's go. The only way to keep them is to grow them. Yeah. That's what I got to get back to. I was doing really good with taking that one trade per day and just accepting the loss, and then I just got away from it. Just got away from it. Sure did. Yes, pulling back there to 39. Is it going to retest 25 would be the question. Dun, 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 dun. No longer a 1 minute setup here. Yes, popping back up there off that 37 level, pushing back up 41. Yes, pushing back up here. Let's see if it can reclaim 45. Oh, yeah? Head of marketing, room beats. I need something. I need something. We're just waiting here to see what happens. Nothing yet. So just trying to be careful here, see what happens. ES holding up there at the 45. If it can pop it, we probably get a little squeeze. We'll see. Just kind of holding up here. We do got 10 a.m. news, but it's not very big. Fix is too strong. Just kind of rejecting that first gap there. Back to the 90. We're going to put in a higher low here or not? Just the question. Looks like we might get a manipulation leg here. Maybe a 30-second long setup. If we get this push lower here, let's see if we sweep the low. No, there's not really anything on the 30-second either. What up, Joker? How you doing? All right, there's a sweep of the low. Sweep of the low. Now we have an SMT at the low with ES. ES did not sweep the low here. At least not yet. Is it going to? Room short. It's just kind of grinding lower, right? It's not really giving us much. Five-minute looks pretty weak. We are in an area here where we could get a little reaction back up, a 565 area. ES pulling back here 39. Short any pullback? I mean, I don't know. Right now I'm just kind of waiting. So yes, still has not made a new low. Just what, previous day high? check where the trauma is here. 49. Yeah, still a little too low. Yeah, we're just waiting here, guys. Not much to do. I mean, just be patient. Is ES going to go back and retest that 25 level? It's kind of the question, I guess. I mean, it could. It might. Good morning, Francis. How you doing? All right, if we get a really nice reclaim here on the 45, we might take it. On the ES, we'll see. Pushing lower here, 550s. Again, ES still has not taken the low. ES, the much stronger indice at this point. So I'm considering a long. I'm considering longing ES because it's the stronger indice, but we'll see here. Just did sweep the low there. A little baby sweep of the low on the ES there. Kind of retracing this move. Retracing the move there from, what is that, overnight? The NVIDIA initial push down and then the rip up. It does appear like it's just going for that. I'm not long in here yet, room. I'm going to wait. Maybe. See if we get something clean. I mean, this 1 minute gap's not very obvious. 6 points. Caught the shorts. Nice. Just kind of grinding lower. Feels like you could just short it at any point and get you 10 points, huh? Feels like you could. All right, so ES back to 36 here. Looks like it's going to probably retest 25. We kind of zoom out a little bit on the ES and see. It sucks to just kind of sit here on your hands, but that's the safest thing to do right now. Just waiting. Looks like we're going to retest 25 here on the ES. Back to the pivot point here at 525s. Yeah. We're just grinding lower, guys, right now. Just retracing this entire move. I mean, that's 250 points, 270 since open. What is that? Yeah, 270. 680 down to 5 or 170. I can't count. Math is hard, guys. Math is, in fact, hard. In case you didn't know. Four-hour candle closes in 13 minutes. See if we get kind of a push down here. Maybe get a little 10 a.m. reversal. We'll see. I don't know. It might want to just push all the way down there and run that NVIDIA candle wick from yesterday. Yes, bouncing off the 30 there. That 25 level has been tested so many times on the ES, though. We've been in this exact same range for quite a few days. Quite a few days here. Thought somebody knocked on my door. I guess not. At what point do you just jump in? I don't know. At what point do you just jump in? I don't know. You know what'll happen? As soon as I jump in short, it'll just rip my face off. We already know. That's what Kid Poker likes to do. Where's Kid Poker? Jump in the short 2 seconds before a reversal blast. Yeah, that's what'll happen. We already know. Jump in there, next thing you know, Ripper. All right, now we're moving down here. Pretty quick. All right, let's see kind of what happens. ES approaching approaching the 25 level. No, nobody timed you out. I don't know. I'm just at the wait here. Yes, back to the 26. Well, pushing back up here. Yes, bounce 26. Didn't quite get there, huh? I'll try along here. Good luck, sir. Nothing like 400 points down. Yeah, well, you know. Oh, hold on. All right, here we go. We're back. You've hesitated your setups all week. Get a little shot of testosterone. Um, I'm. I don't know. We got news here in a few minutes. Rip back up right there off that 500 level, 485 level. Let's see kind of what happens here. We'll just wait. We break that 50. We got kind of clear skies up to the 80 area, 76, 77 area. We got 5 minutes left here. This is the first green 5-minute candle that we've had since open. Yes, pushing back up here, 59.42. I mean, if it reclaims at 45, I think we get a little squeeze, but let's see. Let's kind of see here. I mean, that 5 minute has a big stop on it. That's kind of the problem with it. Excuse me. Breaking through the 50 here. See what ES does at 45. Kind of V-shaped looking right there. Room's long. Let's go. In and out. Let's go. I like it. Maybe we can get a confirmation long setup here, a little pullback, and then we can get something in there to go. We'll see. That is pretty well a death candle, though. Yeah. Let's see here. Got 30 seconds left on this candle. No close. We have news here, I guess, in 2 minutes. It's not, it's not a red folder, but it is news. It is news. And I hate shorting into the whole number. If we're not, might take a recheck if we can close somewhere in here. Well, that was a bad close. That was a bad close. ES reclaiming 36 here for the moment. All right, let's see what happens. Feels like we push. $21,150, probably Joker. I mean, like, would make sense, right? At least that 320 wick down there. All right, we're in it here with just a 10-point stop. So if it bounces, we're just out. All right, stopped out. There we go. That's kind of the problem with a 10-point stop there. I really needed like a 20-point stop, but I just, you know, it is what it is. It might still bounce here. Still could go. I don't know. Super low short, to be honest. Pushing back up here. ES pushing up to the 40. $5.40 for the short. Yeah. I mean, that's quite a... I don't know. Yeah, $5.40 could be fine. That's kind of right there where we're at, right? Probably could have... I don't know. You know, it's hindsight's 20/20, right? See if it can push down into the 480s. Retest those lows there on this next push down. Where's that wick at? At 97.50. Kind of push through there. $35 could have been it too. Yeah, the 21 EMA there. It did kind of tap into this gap. So we'll wait, see if we get anything clean beyond this. 5-minute definitely looking bearish. Looking a bit bearish. We'll see. Meant to buy one MNQ at ES pulled up. Worked out. Let's go. There she goes. ES pulling back there. Going to retest that 25 again. Let's see. See if ES sweeps that low there. All right, we're pushing here. Got 321 marked out down there. We'll see if it can make it there. That's the wick from yesterday NVIDIA earnings. Short to 400s on the 5-minute. For sure, Dylan. Looks that way, maybe. Uh, 25. Let's see if we can hold this area or not. 57, 80s, 57, 59, 57. Oh. 59.10, 58.93 below. All right. Missed your entry by 5 points. I mean, that's usually how it works out, right? Missed the entry by just a few points. ES just dumping here. Ripping lower. ES down to a pivot there at the 59.15. Do we just keep going down? I mean, it looks like that 321 is kind of imminent, but just kind of watching as it goes lower without us. We had the right idea. We shorted, but stopped just too tight. 10-point stop, you know, obviously needed like a 30-point. Probably maybe should have sized down. That's something I'll have to get used to, right? I'll have to kind of... If we take the 2 micros instead of 6 there, we could have the proper stop. It's pooping. Yeah, it's doing something. It is pooping. ES pushing down here, 59.12s. Could have marked it in at 35. Yeah, that's always the way it is, right? Yeah. We could still wait. If we leave the 321 down here and we can get a 50 touch, that would be pretty nice at some point. So let's just be patient. See if we can't get a 50 touch at some point before we run the 321. We might. You never know. ES bouncing here. Appreciate you, Predator. You're short Holio. Need TP for me bunghole. Maybe. Yes, kind of holding up there at the pivot point, 59.15. Let's see if it wants to continue. Your long room. Good luck, sir. Those whole number stabs have been working for 10 points almost every time. If you guys notice that. Psych levels. They really have been working for almost 10 points every time. There's 10 points right there. 5 points of drawdown. Super long. Uh-oh. Good luck. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to find a spot to get short, but like, it's so tricky because, like, just like earlier, I get short and it just stops me out. It's the problem. Could bounce here. Who knows? You forgot you had self-rhythmic auto liquidation on, and it took a 2K realized I had 525 average. Oh, that sucks. So it took you out of the, it took you out, Elito? So, yeah, Joker, I typically do have bigger stops, but because I'm trying to reduce my risk, I'm just, you know, and the 10-point stop may not work out. It may be something where I have to change it. You know what I mean? I may have to lower it down to 3 or 4 micros. And we'll learn that today. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's what I did. I did reduce size. First 5-minute Harami of the day here, but that is a scary one. It might work, but that is a scary one. I don't know if I want to take that. It was activated 500 more. Oh, that's crazy. Nice push here. That Harami's paying so far. Stop's a little too big on it for me. It was like 40 points. $42 point stop. Targets, they're at 53 points. I mean, it is a 1-to-1. I don't know if we get a reversal, but we might get a push back up. We might get a push back up. We'll see. Oh, that sucks. Alito. Last night you saw 1 minute Harami inside a 5-minute, inside a 15-minute. The 5-minute sell, the 1 minute warned me. Run away. Could be. Pushing lower. Connection lost. You're long, short at the close. Yeah, York, you can. I think it's an okay opportunity. Not quite sure what happened there. I was supposed to be in. Why did it take me out of my full position? It took me out of my full position there. Supposed to leave a runner. I only went in 3 micros with a larger stop and a larger take profit. But it took me out of the full position. I was going to target the 320 with a runner there. Would have been stopped anyway. Okay, so that's fine. Would have been stopped anyway. York, how'd you know? York read my mind. I know I said 1 trade a day, but sometimes, you know, when you see a setup that you think is kind of just like pretty good, you just take it. So that's going to be the last trade of the day on the fundeds. Not going to take any more. I know we're only up $80, $60, whatever, but that's going to be good enough. So I don't know why the My Funded Futures is only up $16. Did that account blow? I don't think it did. I heard order filled in my headphones before. Maybe it didn't move. Maybe that one didn't move the take profit for some reason. I don't really know. I have no idea. But those are the 2 live trades that we're taking today. Got back to break even. Small profits. We'll take it. I mean, it's nothing to be, you know, nothing to be over the moon about, but let's lock in a small green day. Anybody ever bought a Ridge wallet? I got this Ridge wallet. I like the wallet, but the problem is all the screws came out. And yeah, I think it came with extra screws, but I don't know where the box is. Don't know where the box is. You know, those are relatively expensive not watches, wallets. I don't know where the box is, though. I think I had extra screws for it. I don't know where the box is. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, I like it. I know it has a lifetime warranty. I might could reach out to them and tell them I need more screws, and they may just send them to me. But I know the box is here somewhere. Just gotta find it. ES is tapping that 5910 there. If we do get a failed breakdown on the ES, I'll take that on a singular funded account, not all of them. I'll take that on my Take Profit Trader Pro. Yeah, we'll take that on the Pro account. So let me go ahead and move these over to the Pro account. There we go. Take Profit Trader updates after 5. Oh, you've had yours for 4 years. Do you have the leather one, though, Joker? The leather one's got little screws in it. My son has the carbon fiber one, and his does not have the screws in it, I don't think. Or maybe it does. Maybe he's just not as rough on them as I am. I'm pretty rough on them. So I'm a little bit rough on the wallets. You have the carbon fiber? Yeah, maybe because the carbon fiber is more, it's not soft like the leather. So maybe the screws stay in a little bit more sturdy. I don't know. I think it came with extra screws, but it's missing like 10 screws. It's missing a bunch. Let's see if we get a 50 touch. If we get a 50 touch, we're going to play it. We're going to play the 50 touch if we get it today. So let's kind of see what happens. Maybe get like a push up. You guys kind of bounced off that 59.10 there. Pushed up to the 15.16 area, kind of pulling back again. 5,900's the next below there. Let's see what Mancini's saying needs to reclaim in order to squeeze. He said 70, but surely that's changed. I would think it would be 25, but let's just check it. No other targets yet. Big test 59.10, 58.93 below. So 6 points off that 59.10 with basically no drawdown there. In hindsight, that was a good long spot. I'm not looking for reversals. If anything, room. I'm focused only today on, until we run the 321, I'm only focused on, you know, like someone said earlier, just shorting the pops. I'm not focused on any longs here unless... Really tough to focus on longs, to be honest. Really tough to focus on longs. At this point, until the 321 at least is ran, I don't think it makes any sense to look for longs. Now, obviously, both could pay, but what's more high probability? I mean, what you got to look at is, let's look at the higher time frame. And like, this is the main reason why, right? Look at the 4 hour here. I mean, like, when you see this on the 4 hour, does this look bullish at all? No. It looks like we're going to the clear and obvious drawn liquidity. On the 4 hour, the clear drawn liquidity is 321, followed by 192, followed by, you know, all the way down here at 130s. So at least until we get to here, I would not be looking for longs. Doesn't mean that like short-term longs can't work. They can. It just is not. The shorts are probably going to work easier, even though I did get stopped out on one short, right? But that's probably because I just had stopped too tight. But yeah. But you could. I mean, you can take scalp longs. I mean, you can, and there could be a long that plays out for you know, for 50, 60, 70, 100 points. I mean, we don't know. I'm just thinking in general, right? That's all. I mean, like this one here, you got a 20-point take profit on this inverse back up. Let's see. Well, 19. And there it goes. It just hit. So a little small 1 minute inverse back up. I might take that short off that 50 EMA there. If we can get a touch of that 480 area. But you could get pushes up. I mean, we don't know, right? We don't know. So, yeah, I still agree that overall it's a bullish move. I'm just talking intraday. And I think like that 321 area's got to be taken at least. So we'll see. Do we get a push up? I may try this 50 touch here. This would be the first touch after a push down. I'm going to try it on a singular funded account with just a 10-point stop on these plays. But we'll see. ES back to 25 here as well. Good morning, Robert. If we do reclaim 25 here, we could get a little squeeze. We'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we finally made a little profit. Not much. Not much, but we got a little bit. So I'm going to take this 50 touch on a singular funded account, just one. Do have an untested wick in the 85 area as well. Magic 8 Ball said what? It'll pump. We take out yesterday's low. Little pump. Oh. I don't hate. I mean, like I said, it's just, you know, my opinion. I'm just going to wait for the 321 before I consider a long. Now, do we get the 321? I don't know. We may not. I have no way of knowing. I like the 50 here because it's in a bearish gap. It is kind of got the protection of an untested wick there as well. We're only looking for 10 points off this level, so could just get wrecked. I don't know. We'll see. This is like the 50 EMA that touch that I typically like because it is sitting inside a gap. It has a couple other things with it. I'm tempted to push it up, the entry up a little bit, but it might go without us if we do that. I don't know. I might give this like 15 points once I get tagged in. That Harami, that 5-minute Harami's pick. No, actually, that 5-minute Harami lost the first one. There was another Harami after that, though, that had better R. Right, 30. Nah, guess about the same. 1 to 1. All right, let's see what happens. If we get stopped, we get stopped. We do have 3 green candles in a row on the 5-minute trying to print. So, all right, if this turns down here, yeah, that's like the worst case scenario. Like, come on, man. We're getting the reaction before it tags me in. How you gonna do me like that? Yeah, that's gonna be a no-go for me on the 50 EMA now. Look at that, 20 points off that level. So I'm no longer gonna like the 50 touch. It might still work, but because we got so close to it and dumped, typically that means that second push is gonna probably get through there. You took the 955 short and made your day. Let me look. $9.55. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Yeah, I did not even notice that one, Pine Tree. Yeah, it's a little less than a 1 to 1. Or I didn't even see that one. Yeah, I didn't even notice that one, to be honest, on that push up. It's kind of obscure, right? You have this green candle, which the first green push up. I think this is right around the area that I actually shorted. I got stopped out. No, I shorted down here. I shorted like near the 500 and got stopped out. But yeah, I see what you're saying. That one right there. Yep. It goes along with bias. I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice it. Didn't notice it there. Excellent job catching that. Excuse me. Look at this thing go here. I'm telling you guys, like that 50 EMA, even though it didn't touch, like sometimes you got to front run it, right? I mean, what did it miss us by? Missed me by like 2 points. Kind of sucks, but I don't know. It had a lot of things going along with it to me. You know, you got a gap here when it hits this, when you got like a wick, a gap, a lot of reasons for it to kind of hold. It typically does, but I know it did not touch it cleanly there, but I am not going to let it come back up and touch it again. It might still work, but I'm no longer interested in the trade when it almost touches and then runs. Now, you do have another bearish 5-minute Harami here. We do have that. So we could probably take that using the 5-minute. Smaller size. Let me see. I'm going to go smaller size here. All right, I'm going to get in here on this. What's the take profit? 410. So pretty much right there where it is. 410 take profit. $4.10 take profit. We'll have to put the stop up here. So I'm going to take one off at 410. We'll go break even. Probably 420 area. I'll go break even. Maybe even actually before that. I might go break even 424. I may not get it though. 424, we'll go break even. And go from there. May just get back the profits on this account. Well, actually, we'll still be green, small green. This one was already up like 78 bucks at the start of the day. See, I take the 5-minute Harami, and, well, it hasn't failed yet, but I take the one that's in the direction of the bias, I think, and it still is just, oh no. Double faded you. I didn't mean to. Maybe I should have waited a little bit for the reaction here instead of just jumping in. Hindsight is something. Something. I don't know. How much was that? 445. Yeah, that's I'm going to raise my stop up to 480. Just give it the same room I would on a 50 touch here. Just 2 micros. It's a 43-point stop. Dun, 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 dun. It's inside a bullish 15-minute, is it? Clarity, good morning. Technically, the 25 did reclaim. There's the touch. I'm going to add again here just to try to get out break even. Let's see if we can do it. See if we get a reaction, get out break even. So technically like 460, maybe I should get out, but we'll see if it can get back to the 50 level here, get us out. All right, just got out there, pretty much break even. So, wouldn't you know, the 50 touch worked. The 50 touch worked there for, you know, I don't know, 20 points. I don't know. Tough to know that was going to work, right? Checking in. What up, Black Beauty? Yeah, we're doing all right. It might be a sideways chop crap for the rest of the day. Yeah, who knows? I do think we get another leg down. I do think getting out right there, break even, was probably a good idea. So that Harami failed. Let me see that 15-minute you're talking about. Indeed. You're not wrong. I don't typically look at the 15-minute ones, but that is a pretty bullish 15-minute candle. Closed nice and full. I mean, it closed very, very full there. So you're not wrong there. Good call. Appreciate you. That 50 touch is going to bang now. Watch it go to the low a day. Watch it go to the low a day on the 50 touch. This just scares me when it does this. It scares me not to take it, like, at that point. 26 points, 25 points off that. And then we did have a small 1-minute bullish here. This is kind of what scared me too, but it did hit the break even, barely, and the scale on that 1 minute. So there's really no failed inverses here today. If we look at them, this 1 minute that I took the short on that failed, that I lost on, this one never failed. I just didn't put the stop where it needed to be. This one did not fail. This long did not fail. This long did not fail. Like every single inverse today has worked. This one here at open. So good, pretty good price action, to be honest. I mean, you literally could not have went wrong by taking those trades. You know, you would have been green on all of them if you had the appropriate stop. That was kind of my problem on my first trade. Maybe something I got to reevaluate. Maybe you need to go for a 15 or 20 point stop with a 15 or 20 point take profit in smaller size. Instead of going 6 micros, we go 3 micros. She moving. And look at that, man. 27 points, 28, 29, 30 points off of the 50 touch. Rude. Rude. She's just rude. Yeah, technically, someone was asking about Mancini's fell 25 level. Technically, this would be the level that you would have been watching. 59.10. So the wick below there, and then they're pushed back through, is your reclaim. This is the level that reclaimed, and now this is the target. Right? Just like here, 25. So like, even though this didn't touch, that's technically your long, you know, and then this is the target, or this would be your first target. It didn't quite get to that first long target there. I mean, you would have scaled at 36, but this is not one I would have taken. This is the one that you should have taken. You should have been long off the 10 and then scaled at 25 technically. I didn't even consider these because I think the draw on liquidity is lower. I think I made that kind of clear, but doesn't mean you can't take them. Yeah, I could be wrong. And wrong in the sense that, I mean, is it unreasonable for us to push all the way back up into the 540s and then go down? No, it's not unreasonable. I mean, the market doesn't just typically go straight down. Could we even push all the way back up into the VWAP? Yeah, we could. I mean, like, there's never... it's hard to predict, right? It's never going to just go straight down. You can have the draw right and still lose money all day long. So, what up, Coach Fred? 415. Are you long? Are you short again? Short again, room? But luckily, we are small green. We're nothing, you know, like we're going for $100 a day. We're pretty close after taking that first loss. I mean, you know, can't be too mad about it. I do have 4 Apex accounts I'm going to activate. Since they did extend the sale, I think I might pick up. This will put me at 11, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will put me at 12. So I might try to pass 8 more to get back to 20. I really don't know, to be honest. I might pass 8 more and just let them sit there. Might do that. Let me check out one more thing here. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the 5-minute because, like, you know, we're right there at the trauma. There's not really, well, if we get one more leg lower, this could be an eventual long setup. If we can get one more leg lower. It's really what we would need. Apex put out a second better sell. Yeah. Look at this push here. ES back to the 25, guys. Pushing through the 50 here. Big rejection off the 25 there. I did switch over to an eval now, guys, so we're going to be on a My Funded Futures eval. Don't want to continue pushing the button on the funded accounts there. Just done for the day on those. Man, my Ninja keeps disconnecting today. So they're offering $40 resets on Apex. Special pricing on the 250K. So same price on the 250K. What about the activation fee? Now they're doing 140 activation fee on the 250K. Must have got a lot of negative feedback there, huh? They reduced the so the reoccurring billing is 80%, Yoji, and the activation fees are a little less. Tradeify or My Funded Futures, the 50K account. You could go with either, Rob. I like the growth account with Tradeify because they don't have an activation fee, just like My Funded Futures. But if we're just comparing apples to apples, right? I don't understand why a lot of people sleep on My Funded Futures. You can have 3 accounts. You only need 5 $100 days to get a payout. Maximum payout of $1,200. You can withdraw from inside the buffer. $91 for a 50K starter account. There is a 40% consistency rule in the funded, but none in the eval. Why are more people not using My Funded Futures? I have no idea. You request a payout, it's there in 15 minutes. So for me, I go with My Funded Futures first, Tradeify second. But yeah. Yeah, Keegan, that's what they did. Just request the second payout. Let's go, Celebrity Watch. So I don't understand why so many people like My Funded Futures. For me as an affiliate, guys, is one of my lowest. I get the least amount of sales pretty much on My Funded Futures. I don't understand why. I mean, they're an excellent prop firm. They pay so fast. So I don't understand why more people aren't using them. I mean, they have the same, so it's $90. It's a little cheaper than Tradeify, a little cheaper than Take Profit Trader, and they pay super fast. I don't know. Seems reasonable. There's that untested wick at 85 playing out. Udaman Yoji, appreciate you. Did My Funded Futures have a free set? Yeah, they did, Papa Tony's, but that's no longer going on. Now, if you are a new customer, they still have 50% off any account that you purchase on My Funded Futures if you're a new customer. There is an interesting level up here at 500. You have a couple of untested wicks there. You got that psych level. Still holding below that 485. There's no activation fee, Alcia Acosta Jones, on My Funded Futures. So it's like $91 all in, I think. I think you get 6% off. Let me see what it is. So the Starter Plus right now has 30% off. Let me see what the cost is of the Starter Plus with the 30% off. Starter Plus has a consistency in the eval, but no consistency in the funded. So you can pass it in 2 days. I like to pass in 1 day, but it's completely up to you. If you're like, oh, I'm fine with 2 days. You can get the Starter Plus right now for $88.90. Okay, so that's actually cheaper than the starter account. The starter account Let's see how much the starter is. I think you get 6% off the starter. And again, if you've never had an account with My Funded Futures, you get 50% off your first account as well, which is really nice. So yeah, you get, okay, never mind. There's no percent off for the starter, so it's $97. So I guess the $88 for the starter plus is probably the way to go, or $97 for the starter. But either way, they're both decent accounts. FSP marketing start? What do you mean? Do I understand it? Yeah, they do have a lot of flash sales. What up, Pawn? FSP, I mean, I've watched him before. I don't I don't know. I don't necessarily know. I know he like rotates. Oh yeah, rotating of the accounts. Yeah, I know about that. He likes to rotate his accounts. I'm not quite sure if that's, you know, I mean, to each his own. If you make money, right, then it doesn't matter to me. Oh, his marketing strategy? No, I don't know anything about his marketing strategy. I don't even know anything about the marketing. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Renting versus owning. That's probably a good analogy, huh? The 5 minute always works. It's the rush trade that doesn't allow us to wait for the signal. That's true too. It's copying almost exactly what happened the last time NVIDIA went crazy. That is interesting. I wouldn't have known that. All right, pop into 500 here. Untested wick, back into this little bit of a consolidation zone that you see here. So let's see how it responds to this area. Dun, 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 dun. Price action today is copying. Oh, yeah. It was almost a year ago. One red, all red. Oh, yeah. Alito. That's for sure. Oh, it's something that you do too. Not much recently. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, I like watching FSP sometimes in the afternoon. I'll put them on if nobody else is on, but I haven't watched them that often. Seems like a nice guy though. Really does. Seems like a real nice guy. Boom, 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 boom. He definitely kills it on the rotating, but I see that being a little extra. You enjoy his channel. Yeah, I like watching him too. The rotating, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like when you look at it from a monetary perspective, right? If you have the money to do it that way, if you have the money to spend on accounts and things like that and not worry about blowing them, then yeah, I mean, like, makes a lot of sense. Like you only need, if we're just looking at a monetary value there, what do you got to get? One payout every 10 PAs? One max payout every 10 PAs to make money or something like that? Oh, the giveaways? You think that's unlocking the code? It's a lot of work. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, I get it. And then I know he'll do like, he'll trade, like, say he's trading like a block of four. I guess I've seen him do like where he like he may average in lower, but instead of DCAing, he does DCA also, but he'll essentially use another account for his DCA, so he'll get a better entry on another account, right? So if it pulls back, say 15, 20 points, he'll just enter in a better spot on a different account. I saw him do that. Maximus rotating account is just like you trade one and then you move to a next. You trade one, move to the next, get your profit. You have to leave a comment on his videos. And yeah, I did see that. So he got mad at me for telling him his giveaways were too complicated. Oh yeah. I haven't seen his giveaways. So what, you got to comment on a video? And then I mean, I guess it's, or a past stream or a video. Yeah, I did see him do that one time. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Guys, I'm going to be honest. If people aren't doing giveaways live, at least he's doing them live. Like, I'm a little wary of people who do giveaways and they like pick from the comments. Like, how do you, I mean, I'm not saying they're not, but how do you know that's legit, right? How do you know that's legit? They could just choose anybody they want, right? Unless they make a video of them doing it or something. You never know. He'll make the first attempts in the evals and follow up with the funded if he still believes. Yeah, I've seen him do that before. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what is anybody else having their connection from like it is. I've had connection lost on Ninja today like 7 times. Anybody else getting that? I'm still bearish, guys, but like we said, I mean, like, you know, ES did reclaim the 25 there. It is pushing. I mean, it's possible for us to, you know, if we measure this, let's measure this leg, and we'll measure it from open. Let's kind of see where the 50% is. So we're kind of approaching the 50% now. So this wick is 50%. So anything above that, I mean, realistically, we could look for shorts, anything above that. And I mean, Nasdaq is kind of a little loopy sometimes, right? Could it leave this 321 down here for another day? Yeah, of course. It could. That's why I don't typically marry a bias. So, that being said, let's say we get a big move above the 50% here. We close strong. Well, then I'll change my bias to bullish, right? And we'll see kind of what happens from there. Yours is stable. Your Ninja Trader freezes for me 3 in the last 24 hours. It kind of happened to me like that last night too, Yoji. I don't know why mine's doing that. Or maybe I'm going to try to update it today. Your phone's been doing it? Yeah, I don't know. Just keep saying connection lost. Connection lost. I hate that. Because I don't know why it's saying it. Mancini says it was the 5910 failed breakdown yesterday at 420 that triggered the long to 6K. It's the full round trip in ES. 5925 was the first major back test. We tested it, bounced, 45 dipped, 25 must reclaim now to C36. So the 25 reclaims what he's calling to C36. We're almost at 36 now, so we've missed that reclaim. That's okay though. We don't have to catch them all. We don't have to catch them all. You had to restart the desktop Ninja app. Have X amount of likes. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying there, Room. 523 of last year, the 2-hour chart, you can see the pullback, then push to the high of day by the end of the day and a big sell-off the next day. Pokemon. Pokemon. No, we're talking about ES there, what the levels I just read out. Let's check on Nutty. How's he doing today? How's good old Nutty doing today? Looks like he's green on his My Funded Future evals. No, wait, those are funded. Okay, nice. Red, small red on 3 150Ks, $400. And he's green on his Tradeify Live. Nice. How much does it cost you to do one giveaway? Depends on what the giveaway is, Room. Prop firms on the new Pokemon. Yeah, exactly, Yoji. If you were to play the ES Reclaim, what candle would you have entered on? I only look at the 1 minute, Frank. You guys disappeared. It doesn't matter. I'll get that up in a minute. Yeah, I only look at the 1 minute. This is, to me, I probably would have longed here, which is kind of what I said. But if you were looking to long, I mean, right there. That's a close above on the 1 minute. I mean, technically, this was a reclaim too, right? It's kind of discretionary. It's not anything clear, like, for a reclaim. I mean, if you wanted to be safer about it, maybe use the 5 minute and only use the 5 minute for reclaims. Like, okay, a close above, right? So a close above on the 5 minute, boom, that would be your entry at 28. 36 would be your take profit, or static 5 points. That's usually what I go, static 5 points. If you want to be like, if you want to use a time frame that makes sense, just use the 5 minute and a close above. You can see that you would not have been trapped on any of these. And then that would have been your entry, and that would have been you would have got paid. So I typically just watch the 1 minute, but yeah, you could do it either way. Nutty sounds frustrated over there. I guess I don't think he's having a bad day, but he said he's triggered a little bit. How much does the Take Profit Trader give away? Those accounts are given to me for free. Room Beats. Take Profit Trader gives them to me, and I give them to you guys. We bounced right off the 15 low, ORB low. I should have been looking at that too. Can't remember for Bulenox to activate funded, you have to wait for end of day. Yeah, and it'll show up in the dashboard right there. You'll get an email from them as well. If reclaimed and didn't push, he usually waits and doesn't tweet anything unless it gets to target. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go for the target. I don't necessarily wait for the tweet. You got to kind of know it yourself. What if you want to intentionally give them away? Then I guess you'd have to just give money away. Like, what happens is you have different levels on Take Profit Trader, and in each level, they give you some accounts. So, for example, I received 2 50K accounts early on in the month. I give both of those away. I received 3 150K accounts later in the month, and I gave 2 of those away this month. And I traded one of them myself and blew it. Smoked it. But they give the affiliates free accounts along the way every single month. They do it for every affiliate. This is what I like about Take Profit Trader. Doesn't matter if you're a big guy, a small guy, whatever. If you're an affiliate, they do the same thing for everybody. So oh yeah, Edward. Yeah, well that's the thing. Like, he's not, just like a lot of people, a lot of traders, he's not holding your hand, right? So it's up to you it's just kind of guidance. It's all it is. It's like, okay, these are the levels, and then you have to kind of trade your own strategy, trade your own, if you want to take the reclaim, He also preaches the level-to-level trading. Like, if you wanted to re-enter off the 25 here, I mean, I think that's fine. But Apex sell 250K for the same price of 50K. Yes, Ubin. So FSP does he get daily free giveaways? No, but it's based on sales. So if you're doing, trust me, he's doing way more in sales than I am. So if you're doing, and I don't know what the number is, I'm not sure of the exact number, but you know, if you're doing a great deal of sales, then you're going to get more accounts along the way. I typically get 5 or 6 per month, and that's it. 5 or 6 per month. That's it. See if this thing wants to push here. Not looking like it. The Guru's traveling extremely fast. I got his course a year ago. He was at 3K subs. It's not the hand holding, but someone new and naive to trading would read his tweets and think every trade works. Yeah, for sure, Edward. They definitely don't. 5 or 6 referrals? No. You need a lot more than that. You need a lot more than that. I think it's on Take Profit Trader's website. They don't hide it. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean they put it right here on their website. They don't. It's not hidden, right? $0 to $5,000 in sales, 10% commission. 5,000 to 10, 15% commission. 10,000 to 15,000, 20% commission. 250K accounts, 25% commission. 15,000 in sales or above. 150K accounts. So that's total sales. That's not the amount that you get. So don't get that confused. But that's total sales. But yeah, it's not hidden. So this is your standard giveaway stuff. Now, obviously, you can reach out to them to get different giveaways if you wanted to. Depends on the size of your channel. They probably would give it to you, but yeah. But I like that they give. They don't, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure that some of the larger people are getting, you know, they're getting more than just that. But I do like that they give, you know, pretty much every person the opportunity to have the same thing or get free accounts or whatever. Oh. So we're kind of just grinding right there at the 59.25. We did just dip below it there for a moment. Little baby sweep of the low. That swing low. Is it going to just push back down now or what? It didn't get to the 36. You would think maybe it pushes here still. And we got a little more. One more push in us. Get back to that 533, 50% mark here. Let's see. Can we get the push? Nutty is long here too, 494. So I think he's okay. We've kind of generated some low resistance liquidity. I think the push into the 530s makes a lot of sense. So do you reckon that's something we can start doing here, but start with budget accounts? Couldn't you load up a bunch of Apex 90% off to give away? So it's just money, Room. You have to reach out to Apex in order to do a giveaway. They have to approve that. Otherwise, you just give away money. Same thing Cove does. So basically, if the accounts are $20, he's just sending you $20 via PayPal or whatever. So So not actually giving away those accounts. People in general, they're just giving away cash. Unless you're like Patrick Whelan and you get 100 accounts to give away from Apex. But, you know, we don't have that kind of favoritism over here. We don't have that kind of favoritism over here, guys. We just don't. Yeah, not yet. Maybe eventually. All right, guys, let's pull the Patrick Whelan on you. We are long here. ES, we're long. Only on an eval, by the way. Only on an eval. We're only looking for 5 points, and then we'll leave a little runner. A little runner on there. No! Yeah, that's true. Tech T. Hire some blondes, you'll be top in no time. Oh. Invest in toe picks. Feet picks. Feet picks for everyone. Yeah, Yoji. They sent me an email, but we haven't got anything finalized yet, so we'll see. We did get the email yesterday, but they haven't responded, so we'll see. I got to get Sabo on there so we can start talking about him being in the hot tub, right? Sabo in the hot tub. No! This eval, guys. This is an eval. And we're in micros here. I've learned my mini lesson for a little bit. Yeah, we'll see, Yoji. Is Take Private Trader 1 day to pass? It is not. You 50% consistency in the eval, and then there's no consistency in the funded account. So it does take technically 2 days to pass. You can flip the last 3, but technically they are 5 day to pass. Sean. Yes, Sean. The code is MM. Simple. The code's the same for every prop firm except for Funded Futures and Family, or not. No, wait. Funded Futures Network. It's Myth, and with Apex, it's Myth. By every other prop, it's MM. Death to us. No. Yes. Push it. Push it real good. We're not dead yet. We need a big push here. A big push. Can we reclaim the 25 and squeeze here? Do the Apex Trade Evade accounts not work with Ninja? Yeah, they do, Sean. That's what I'm using. That's what I have here. I have Apex Trade Evade connected via Ninja. So there's my Rhythmic connection. This is my Trade Evade connection. That's why I recommend the Trade Evade connections there for Ninja. That way you got options. So... yeah, I don't think I have those in the description room. Oh, it won't let you log in. Let me see why. Let me show you all you do for your connection for Trade Evade. Configure. And then your Apex Trade Evade. It should be the which one is this? I think it's just simply NinjaTrader, right? Yeah. So you select the NinjaTrader connection, rename it, username, password. So just as mine does here. I rename mine Apex Trade of 8, username, password, simulation. Apply, okay, it should work. If you set it up with the other one, it won't work. If you use the wrong connection type. All right, looks like this thing's wanting to dump. It's wanting to dump. All right. What are you going to do here, market? Are you going to stop me out or what? Just do it already if you're going to do it, or rip it. Rip it. So is marketing budget approved? I don't know what the budget is. Room, you have to DM me. Are you in the Discord? You have to DM me. I'm terrible at that stuff, Room. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't post on social media enough. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I just don't post on those things enough. Come on, what are you doing? I'm going to slide this over, guys. I am going to look at this 15-minute ORB somebody mentioned earlier. They said we bounced off the 15-minute ORB. Did we? The 15-minute orb. Oh, we did. Yep, you're not wrong. Right there at the 520. Interesting. Still didn't make it to the 50% mark, though. Did the ES make it to the 50%? Let's see. ES did indeed make it to the 50%. So that's a thing. We don't have to make it there. We don't have to go back up. You don't have to. So ES did make it to the 50%. I'm going to kill this trade over here on the ES. I'm going to kill it. So I killed that trade on the ES there. All right, we're just kind of bouncing around here. Pushing up higher here. I mean, is this thing just going to rip up? What's it going to do? Kind of watch this area. Get a decent close above that, then that would be not bad. Let's see what happens. ES reclaiming the 25 once more. Got to build up some low resistance liquidity here too. If we get a decent candle close through here, I'll take this long, but doesn't seem like we're going to get it. Let's see. It is kind of chopping around like Black Beauty said now. What time is it here? 11:22. There's no SMT here. I mean, I don't know. Kind of a tricky spot, to be honest. Could really go either direction. Wouldn't be bad if we put in a little 1 minute OB here and then closed above. Do have a clear break even. Kind of right there. You can target that 533 on a runner, maybe. Need momentum here, though. Need a decent candle here. This might just go down. Difficult spot. Snap long at 75 for 30 ticks. Let's go. Order flow just showed that it was the area of interest. Nice. I want to see a good candle here. I think I will take this. So, on the funded account, on one funded account, if it closes strong. It's because that 4-hour doji retrace candle. Yeah. Let me look at this other. Okay. Do I go with a larger stop here and go with a smaller size? What do I do? All right, 5 minute just closed above. All right, I'm going to long here. Probably going to give this a little bit more room because we are this is a 5 minute play basically. See if we can get a push through here. 96. I want to see that 1 minute close above there as well. Also would be nice. Looks like the 1 minute is did not close above. The next push into the 90 should get us back through that whole number there. Let's see. There we go. And And I don't have a target on this. I think 507s would be a good target. A safe target. Yeah, bull flag for sure, Tech T. That's what I was looking at. Doing good, Vince. Doing pretty good. Back to even after negative 1200. Let's go. Improper risk management. Come on, let's rip it. I never would have been stopped out on the ES trade, by the way. And I'd be back into profit now by a couple of points. But I took myself out of it. We got a new 5-minute candle here in a minute and 48 seconds. I would like to hit my target before that, but should get the push here. There's technically the break even on that 1-minute play. I'm going to try my stop up now. Should just go. There we go. All right. Like that play. That was all right. So the Take Profit Trader account now sitting at $283 for the day. Just only took that on one account. The other accounts are still just normal where they already were. But 283 bucks, can't complain. Nice and patient. And again, I'm just taking the low-hanging fruit there at 507. I took that based on the 5-minute. Let me show you guys why I actually took that. So I was watching the 5-minute here. And you can see we have a small trend. This is not necessarily a bridge strat one here. But we closed above this short-term 5-minute trend here and the trauma at the same time. So that's typically a pretty strong indication that we're going to get a little push. So even though it's not a clean double bridge, kind of like we would normally look for, because the trauma's right there at the trend line break, then I thought that was a decent spot to take the long. So that's what we did. Yeah, Coach Fred, I'm looking at this 5-minute strategy where you just trade like two bridges at a, you're looking for like a double bridge. I'm not taking it really on my funded. So like, for example, like this would have been like, that's one. And then like if that one would have came up and you closed above, then you would think it would go higher. But it was more or less just looking at this there. So that's your breakout candle, kind of closed above at the same time. Just a simple trend line. That's all it is. And I mean, someone mentioned bull flag. Yep, 5-minute bull flag there too. So you can look at it several different ways, but that's what gave me the confidence to think it was going to go. Also, there's a 1-minute entry here too. I mean, the 1 minute though, you get in later, you make 11 points. And again, you take the low-hanging fruit there, and you see what happens after the low-hanging fruit. Let's pull them back. Apex is 90%. Yeah, Trama is an indicator, TRAMA on I'm using it on TradingView. So I was long from 27.25 on the ES. Would have got my 5 points on that push up there. Never would have got stopped. But, it is what it is. We took ourselves out. Wow, what is that? Wow. You guys see these? You guys seeing this? What is this? Holy cow. We are just ripping lower. I mean, that's like 40 points in 2 minutes. Is this just a little liquidity grab, or is this thing really going to rip down and really take out those 320s now? I mean, if we look, these two candles here, these are larger than any other candles. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, look at the green candles, the size of the green candles versus the size of the red candles, right? And that's how, like, a lot of people say, you know, like Juker and a few people used to be like, okay, we would take the stairs up and the elevator down. You know, stairs up, elevator down, that kind of thing. So it kind of shows, this right here is kind of what we're talking about, right? Stairs up, very small green candles, elevator down, huge red candles. So, which I haven't seen Juker in a while. Was tempted just to jump in short on this wreck of this 1 minute gap here, but decided not to. If I had an eval I didn't care about or something, I might would have taken it, but nope. Yeah, Joker. I'm talking about Juker, a different guy. Coach, right? He's Jewker. He was one of my OG watchers, viewers. Him and Day Trading Like a Predator. Predator's still here. Black Beauty's been around a long time too. But yeah, he just, I don't know. I don't know if he's still trading or not. I assume he is. Probably just on his own, not watching people. Reoccurring is 80% off, Coach Fred, on the current sale that they got. And they did change. They changed the activation fee to 140 on the 250K also. So you get the 50K for 140, 25K for 130 lifetime, and then the 250 for 140. That 250 is tough to pass. It is tough to pass. Guess we should have just jumped in on that short right there, huh? Too late now. I'm waiting for 320. We shall see. Think about watching some of your old streams to remember some of the OGs. Don't watch those. Those are bad. Those are bad. I risk a little bit here. I don't know. We did take liquidity. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 457. Been a quick 25. Yeah, for sure. He's trying to push. 457. I'm thinking about a short. Can it push down? Let's see. Oh, you didn't see 425? I did. Yeah, it pushed right into there. All right, I'm stabbing short off that 450 psych level there. I don't really want to give it that much room, to be honest. Pushes back below 50. There we go. Now I'm going to move my stop to here. So, because another push up we won't want to be involved in. Get back below 50 there. Stop to break even. We got a lotto runner. Let's see if it can go. Couldn't do it, but that's all right. Just using that 50 psych level there. Also got the protection of the 9 EMA. I didn't love it because we'd ran some liquidity, but up $381 on this Take Profit Pro account. Just, you know, finding little spots here and there. We have recovered that Take Profit Pro account. However, we did lose the 225Ks. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Yesterday, we lost the 225Ks. So that we are down now to just 1 from being up to 3. It's kind of frustrating, but when you're not trading well, that's what happens. But we made $1,000 on this Take Profit Pro account yesterday to recover it. And then we're up 381 today, so it's back into the green, $641. Just got to take it to the daily payout mark, and then we'll be golden. We'll be golden. I guess maybe the stop to break even was a little quick there, but maybe on the runner I should have just left it at the high. So I'll see what happens here. Kind of just trading in a range, right? Not really anything crazy here. Kind of close below this will be probably push us on down. Hey, Room, I just accepted your friend request, so you should be able to message me. All right, here, I'll message you. There you go. The hunger is real over here. I'm starving, guys. I haven't ate anything today. Yes, pulling back to 59.12. Kind of trading in a range here. A little pushback up here, kind of into that 50 area here. Let's see what happens. Does it hold that area or not? I don't really know. I think it pushes back through the lows here, but we could get an SMT here, some sort of bullish SMT. ES might sweep the low. Nasdaq may not. We'll see. Or do we get a dumpage? Do we get the lunchtime dumpage? It's probably more likely, right? Yes, holding up there at the pivot at the 15 area. Low of day, overnight low, or initial balance low, 59.0850. Only 7 points off, 8 points off right there. $59.18. Let's go. Rip it. Rip it on up. Why not? To get a nice rejection off that 5-minute wick test there. Untested wick. At the 522.50. Inside bar there on the 5-minute. Let's see. Did it break to the downside yet? It did. So it already wicked below to the downside. And now it's ripping back higher on the 5-minute. Did miss an inside bar earlier too, looks like. That paid pretty well. Untested wick sometimes works as a charm, but man, sometimes gets mad. Yeah, for sure. Usually got to have like something else to go along with them to, you know, a clear draw on liquidity, an EMA, something, you know. I am tempted to take the short and put my stop at 55, but we're up $381. No real reason to risk the profits, right? No real reason. Even though I do think that we move lower here. Could switch over to 2 micros and just get in with and only risk $120. Where's that? All right, I'm going to do that. Actually, not even risking 120, risking 20 points. So $80. We'll still be up $300 even if this loses. So even if this loses, we'll still be up $80. I think I'll take one off there. And then we'll, yeah. Oh, 447 is the key here. Let's see if we can push through the low here at 23s. Need to make a new low here. Interesting price action there. Bouncing off that trend line there, the 5-minute again. Trying to push back through it. Big bounce there on the ES. Might get stopped. We'll see. I might move my stop back up to 75. Let's see. Kind of have the protection of the EMA there. We'll see. Needed to really breach that low there. Didn't quite do it. 75. That would be 15 more points. So that's what, 30, 60 more dollars. So we'll be up to 40 still. Might add. I don't know. We'll see. Waiting to see. Not going to panic out of it. We'll just see what happens. I'll probably move the stop into break even if we sweep this low again. Should go straight to my target if it can get back to this area, 427s, right? We're 2 minutes outside the macro here, and also 2 minutes before a new 5-minute candle there. Let's see what we get. Can we push down? Make new low here. This should be stopped to break even here now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So stops at break even now. I think we'll target that 321 if we can. If we get stopped, we get stopped. We'll front run it by a point or two, and we'll just see if we can get there. Closed out. I don't even know. Is it 413 in profit? Maybe. So basically $400. The chances of us getting there without stopping us out pretty low, but we'll try it. Pretty low, but never zero, right? Never zero. Okay, there you go. So made, I don't know, 30 bucks on that trade. 414 now on that account. Trading micros only. Not bad. You had a stab long. Here's the thing, Alito. I think this is a good spot for a stab long. Like, with us bouncing off this pivot and holding here, I think down here is a good stab long spot. We swept the low and ES did not. Oh, actually, never mind. I thought ES did sweep the actual low. It did not. It came very close to it. 2 points away, 3 points away. So, I don't know. 50 EMA. Yeah, I mean, a 50 EMA might not be bad. You longed at 46. Yeah. I mean, we could take a 50, another 50 EMA. I don't know if I want to. What would be risking? $120. So we'd still be up like 290. All right, we'll do it. 460. Last trade of the day here, win or lose. I'm going to take the short at 460. 75. Last trade of the day for me here. 10 points of risk with 10 point take profit. So we're either going to be up 500 plus or 295. Those are the options. Well, just like everything Alito, just, you know, reset your mind and try again. That's all you do. You know it. Could just pop here. Why does it always do that to me? It comes like so close to the entry, and then you get the reaction that you need. I mean, like that came 58.50, less than 8 ticks, 7 ticks away, and then there's the 10 points. So 7 ticks away from my entry. Dirty. Normally I'd take it off here. Last time I said last time I took it off, and then it ended up paying. So I don't know. Literally got the reaction that we wanted right there. Probably just going to get wrecked here on this. We'll see. I don't have high confidence in it, but I still think it's a decent play, actually. If we get stopped, we just get stopped. We've accepted it. We've accepted our fate. All right, now if it pushes below 50, I will take this off. Yeah. This is, yeah, it's going to have to come off now. I mean, it just missed me by 3 ticks. 4 ticks. Now, to be fair, it did touch the 50. I was 1 point above it because I thought there was a decent chance that we push up into the 66s. So she did pay. I just didn't front run it. Ah. Dirty, dirty girl. Trying to be too cutesy with the entry there. That's what happens when you get cute. Well, all right, guys and girls, that's going to do it for me. Remember, Apex 90% off. Bulenox 91% off. My Funded Futures 30% off the Starter Plus account. I think you get 5% off if you want any of the other accounts. Take Profit Trader 30% off with no activation fee. Tradeify 35% off. Those are the 5 that I really recommend. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We'll be back this afternoon, probably for a little power hour action here. And we will see you guys next time. Appreciate you guys watching.